Hey, Will Dano here. Today I'm going to briefly go over speed ramping and how you can do it inside of Adobe Premiere Pro, although the same concepts apply to other editing softwares as well. This is the end result we're going to achieve. I downloaded this stock footage from videvo.net. You can use any kind of footage you want, provided it's in slow motion, which usually means it's shot at anywhere above 30 frames per second. And also you'll get some footage that's already been interpreted to 24 frames per second, but is already slow motion without you having to change frame rates. This clip, for example, is in 20 frames per second, but it's been slowed down from beforehand, so I don't have to do any work to slow it down further. So let's hop on to Premiere Pro. Okay, so here we are in Premiere Pro. And as you can see, this is the example that I already showed you. So I'm gonna go into the file here, the original clip, and I'm gonna play it and see how much I want to include in there. I'm noticing that there's a bit of camera shake that starts happening right around here. So I'm gonna cut right before that because I don't need the entire clip. I'm just gonna hit O so that it sets an out point onto the clip, that when I drag the clip into the timeline, it only drags that part that I actually highlighted instead of the entire video. And I'm just gonna go here and make a little bit of room for my video. And I'm gonna right click on it, go to Show Clip Keyframes, Time Remapping, Speed. And I'm also going to give some room here for the clip so that when we make adjustments, they're a lot more detailed. Instead of making it small like this, you can't really see what we're doing that easily. So I'm just gonna give some room, and I'm gonna go to our clip here, and let's get started with speed ramping. So since this clip is already slow, what we really wanna be doing is giving more speed to the beginning and the end of the clip, and leave the middle to be slow, so that it starts fast, and then it goes into slow motion, and then it speeds up a little bit again towards the end. So the way I'm gonna do that is first I'm gonna play the clip. So I think right around here is where I want it to be slow. So I'm gonna hit Control and click right where that line is, and that's gonna create a keyframe. And now what I can do is either speed up or slow down either of the sides. So for this example, what I want is for the beginning to be fast. So I'm gonna click on this line and increase the speed to something that's faster. So I'm gonna maybe go to 200 or even 250%. And that's a good amount of speed for the beginning, but obviously now the problem is how abruptly it transitions from being fast to slow. This is just a straight line, so it's just gonna be a very abrupt stopping point. So for this, all you have to do is ease in this keyframe, and the way to do that is you click on one of the outer edges of that keyframe and you drag it. And that creates a smoother fall off for when it becomes slow. So let's just see what that looks like now. And if you want to make it a little bit smoother, you can make a larger gap, or if you want it to be less smooth, you can make a smaller gap. And another thing you can do is if you just select one of the lines, you can now see this curve line here that you can actually click either side of and change a little bit of the smoothness value of it so that you can actually make it smoother or less smooth. And let's just take a look at that. I think that's pretty good for how it starts and how it goes to slow. And now we're gonna do the exact same thing, but the opposite way for the end. So I'm just gonna watch the clip here. And I think right about now is when I want it to begin speeding up again. So I'm gonna hit Control and click on this line, and that's gonna create another keyframe. Click the outer key here and just extend that. But they're exactly the same speed, obviously, so I'm just gonna go to this side and give that some extra speed, maybe around 250, just like we did, and click on this outer one, give it a little bit of a curve, and maybe extend this a little further. Now, you can probably cut this right here, and we have a pretty good time remapping effect. Alright, well I hope this was helpful. This video could have been much longer, but I just wanted to briefly go into the basics of speed ramping and hopefully get decent results right off the bat. If you have any questions, post them below and I'll see you in the next one.